All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius out here at the range again today. Yes, I do have the GForce Jawbone AR-9 back out at the range again, except it has a can on it this time. Going to put 100 rounds suppressed through this thing. Now, again, if you're landing on this video first, I invite you to go over and check out the other 4 videos I have up on this. So the first one was the initial thought video where I went over all the features. And then the second one, of course, I was just running rounds, getting it out to 300 rounds. And then the third one, I was shooting different types of ammunition. So 124 jacketed hollow point, 147 jacketed hollow point, 135, 115 steel ammunition. It ate everything. It's not had an issue, not one hiccup at all. I did have one Winchester 147 round that exploded on me. And then I have a video up describing an issue that I ran into while shooting this. I kept noticing that the magazine that is held in the grip here, so the backup mag, if you will, kept falling out while I was shooting it. And what I determined, all on video, I didn't cut camera at all, is there is a little, I don't know if you want to call it a release, a catch, or what it is. It's like there's 2 different releases on here. So you have your traditional release up here at the back of the trigger guard, and then you have this other release right where the magazine catches, right in the center of the grip. And I was hitting that, okay? And I done a video on what I thought the fix would be for that. I tried putting some grip tape around it, and of course the grip tape was sticking to that catch and was not allowing the magazine to go into place. And if I could get it into place, I could not release the magazine. So I put 2 pieces of cardboard, little tiny pieces of paper, off of my SIG Romeo instruction, my SIG MSR Gen 2 that I have up here. I put 2 pieces of paper off of it around the catch on each side, and then wrap the tape around it. And that seems to have at least allowed me to release the magazine, and it causes the magazine to stay, or allows the magazine to stay into place. Now, as to whether or not that is going to stop it from falling out while I'm shooting, I don't know. We're going to find out today, though. Before we get started shooting this 100 rounds suppressed, I do have just 115 in here, and then in this magazine here I have some 124, and then in this 17 round magazine I have some 147 jacketed hollow point. Hopefully we don't have any more explosions or whatever happened with the primer on that thing. And then I have a 34 round magazine loaded up. Just has a plethora of stuff in there: Winchester, Magtech, Blazer brass, ammo incorporated even. It's been running that flawlessly, no issues with that. So I just have a plethora of stuff in here that'll get us out to 90 rounds. Then I'll put 10 more rounds through it and hopefully do that flawlessly. So before we get started doing that, as always, want to invite you to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. If you do not, I invite you to reach out to me in the comment section or at gsquaredtactical@gmail.com. Take care of that today, the most important decision you will ever make in your life. Allow me to share the good news. Or pick up a Bible. Ask God to reveal himself to you through his word. Humbly read it with the right heart. I believe he'll reveal himself to you through his word. Also, you can consider going over and supporting Amanda and I on Patreon. Click on the link in the corner of the screen. Also, go over to our website at gsquaredtactical.com. Also, I'll put a link in the corner of the screen for that as well. We encourage people to go over there. Not only do we have merchandise over there, but we also have a link to support us directly through there. We do get the most of that money. Click on the 3 lines in the corner of the screen. When it pops down, click on support the channel. It's pretty self-explanatory after that. One-time donation, we get the majority of what is donated through there, the most of that, if you will. Super thanks, of course. All of it is greatly appreciated, and it will all go back into the channel for sure. So let's just get to the 115. I have 18 rounds total, or what should be 18 rounds. I'm going to put that through it, see if the magazine falls free, see if this is a temporary fix. If anyone has a more permanent fix, maybe you can reach out to me and let me know what that is. Well, the magazine didn't fall out, so at least that fixed it temporarily. Took the aggravation of that away, and you know, maybe that's the only permanent fix. I don't know. I definitely want you guys to see how accurate this thing is with the suppressor on there, that's for sure. And so I'm gonna try to do something I typically don't do and run back up here to about 30 yards and take some shots from there on the accuracy. I typically don't do that. The reason being is because my brother lives about 200 yards up range there, and he's got some of his stuff and trash and crap out there, and you know, I don't want to hear the hecklers in the comment section to my, it's all trashy out there, you know how idiots are. But I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put this magazine through it. This magazine is 124 grain. And then I will turn the camera around, run up to about 30 yards, and take some accuracy shots. So let's just put these 124 through there right fast and see how that goes. I'll tell you what, this has just been a fun gun to shoot. And I'm continually surprised by how well it handles the recoil and how easy it is to stay on target. Again, flawless. Over 400 rounds, 500 after today, and it has been completely flawless right out of the box, unclean, unoiled. And so let's just turn the spray paint the target, turn the camera around, and I'll run way up here to 30 yards, and we'll see what we look like on the accuracy. Okay, I had to hit my camera there. I'm walking back up here to about 30 yards. I'll be doing this with the Winchester 147 grain. And I had to walk on the other side of the Jeep actually because I didn't want those spent casings hitting the Jeep, taking the paint off. But I didn't make any adjustments to the red dot. I originally zeroed it at 15. So again, just looking for a nice group on the thing. Guess as you would expect, it's a lot more accurate with these. Well, I shouldn't say a lot more, but it's definitely more accurate with the suppressor on there. A lot of fun too. All right, that was a ton of fun. I'm gonna put this magazine in here in this grip here just to be sure it still doesn't fall out. Again, that may be the only solution, you know, finding some type of, you know, cardboard, paper, whatever to stick over each side of that release, catch, whatever it is, and then wrapping your grip tape around it. And that seems to have done the trick. Like I said, I can remove the magazine. It does stay in place. And it has not dropped out while I was shooting it. So like I said, in this magazine, the 34 rounder, I have a plethora of ammunition in here from 124 to 115. Actually, no, that's not true. It's all 115, just different brands of ammunition in here, including ammo ink, which is run flawlessly. One thing I do want to mention, I don't know if you noticed when I was shooting back up here, that it was like a little hesitation between, I believe, the first and second shot. But it was like the trigger was sticky, so I pulled it and the trigger didn't reset. It's like it didn't want to pop out to, you know, back into, it just didn't want to reset. It didn't want to pop back out. It's like it stuck back. That's new. It only happened that one time. I don't know if maybe it's just because it's dirty. Maybe it's because I'm shooting it suppressed. I'm not really sure. Again, just trying to be transparent and report everything. Could just be dirt. Could just need some oil. Like I said, it has been slightly over 500 rounds after this 34 and this 10, well, 10 in the grip here. Will be over 500 rounds, so, and it hasn't been cleaned or oiled, so it could just simply be that. I don't know. We'll see if it happens again. Let's just put this 34 through there. So we have a situation there where it attempted to double feed or something. See what happened there. And as you can see, my little trick with the grip tape there obviously didn't work. It worked 1 or 2 times, but neither one of those rounds were hit. So I don't know what happened there. It attempted to double feed. Again, we are shooting it suppressed. Sometimes that can cause issues. But let's see if we can finish this thing off here. So it done it again. So I didn't have that issue when I was running the 124 through it. So it could just be the 115 ammunition. I don't really know. Trick shot. Yeah, so it's definitely having an issue with that. Looks like mostly it's the 115 Blazer brass, so I'm just going to give up on that. Put this mag tech through it. Yeah, so for some reason or another, it seemed to be that Blazer brass 115. That's all of them was that round. So I don't know. There you have it. Like I said, I just report the facts here. I do want to get the full complement of 500 rounds, so let me take this Blazer brass out of here and put this ammo incorporated in here. You saw me just get burned on my suppressor there. You would not have even known that the way the camera is, but I'm just straight up here, man. We do stupid stuff sometimes, us human beings do. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I need 3 more. Get us a solid 500. Believe it or not, this is the ammo incorporated. We'll see what happens with that stuff, because you know some of that gave a little bit of a problem. So see if it has any feeding issues or anything like that. It fed them all, just didn't lock back on the empty mag. But either way, there you have it, folks. I've got 500 rounds through it. 100 of those were suppressed. It did not seem to want to run the 115 grain Blazer brass. However, oddly enough, strangely enough, if you will, it did run the ammo incorporated. As hard as that is to believe, as many problems as I had out of that stuff, for some reason or another, it did run that. So what's my overall assessment on it after 500 rounds and shooting it suppressed? Accuracy at 30 yards. Obviously, I did not fix the situation where I'm releasing the extra magazine in the grip. That is definitely frustrating. Definitely getting on my nerves a little bit. Again, if someone maybe from GForce sees this video, maybe could reach out to me and give me a solution to that, if there is a solution to that. But I think if there are other videos up, I don't know, maybe someone can tell me in the comment section if there's other videos up and that is a issue. Maybe they can tell me what the solution was, or maybe there is no solution. Maybe you just won't be able to run an extra magazine in the grip. Maybe you just won't be able to utilize that feature. I don't really know, but that was not a reliability issue. I mean, obviously, up until what you've just seen here, there hasn't been any issues. The trigger hasn't failed to reset anymore. It did that one time. Again, it is getting dirty. Again, I am shooting it suppressed, and I was using 115 grain ammunition, which generally I will use 124, 147 when I shoot suppressed, which it did not have issues with. Did not start doing that until I put the Blazer 115 in there. So, but it is kind of strange that it'll run, or seemingly run, the ammo ink. As many problems as I've had out of that stuff. I don't even know how many more is in here. But I'm just going to run you out with these unless there's some kind of major failure. I can totally recommend this gun, GForce Jawbone AR-9, at a $400 price tag for sure. I believe it'd be well worth your money. Thanks for watching, and to God only be the glory.